Hi everyone! So this is a look that I created using my new Urban Decay Book of Shadows Volume 2. This just came out a couple weeks ago, and I got it because I couldn't resist playing around with all these gorgeous, fun shades. So the shades that I'm going to be using today are Sphynx, Sellout, Midnight Cowboy Rides Again, and Flipside. So if you have this, or if you have similar shades, it's like a pink with glitter, a champagne with glitter, a shimmery champagne, and a shimmery kind of iridescent teal. So you can use other shades, they don't have to be Urban Decay. So I hope you enjoy this look. Keep watching if you want to see how I did it. So my face has already been prepped with my moisturizer and primer, and then I'm just going to do the rest of the foundation and the rest of the face after I'm done with the eye. Just on the off chance that anything falls down on here, I can just kind of sweep it away before I finish the rest of my face. So the first thing I'm going to be taking from the Book of Shadows is the primer potion, and this is going to be applied all over the lid. And then I'm also going to take a little bit and put it in the tear duct area, not in your eye obviously, but just in that area, and a little bit underneath. So I know it seems kind of redundant to be putting two bases or adhesive kind of products on your eye in the same part, but this Pixie Epoxy from Fyrinnae really holds on to pigment and glitter with a lot more efficiency, I would say, than the primer potion. Primer potion is mainly just for the pigment, and this will hold on to the glitter and the sparkles too. So this is just going to go on the inner third of the lid, just up a little bit past the crease. No need to really blend this in either. In the tear duct as well, and then bring that down just a little bit underneath the eye. And that does take a little bit of time to dry, so I'm just going to fast forward. Okay, once you've given that about 20 seconds to dry, the epoxy, I'm going to be taking my 217 brush from MAC and putting that into Sphynx. It's basically the only pink shade in the Book of Shadows. I'm going to get a good amount of product on the brush, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner third, right where the epoxy was. And take that down into the tear duct and just a tiny bit below, just to get that sparkle in there. Next, I'm going to be taking a pencil kind of brush and putting that into the Midnight Cowboy Rides Again, which is right there. It's the kind of champagne color that has a lot of silver and I think maybe a little bit of gold glitter. And again, just dabbing that into that, tapping off a little bit of the excess. And that's going to go only in the tear duct, a tiny bit up on the lid, and then bringing that down underneath too. And that's going to be for the very shimmery, glittery effect, and it really brightens up your eye area. No need to blend that too much, the brush pretty much does all the work for you. And after cleaning off my 217 brush, I'm going to put that back in the Flipside, which is this teal shade right here. It's a shimmery teal. And that's going to go on the outer 2/3 of the lid. And if you're finding with this shade, which I did when I did this eye over here, if you're not getting enough pigment on the eye, I actually just took my finger right in here, because this palette's only going to be for me anyways, I'm not using this on clients or anything. You can just go with your finger to get a more vivid, that bright teal shade in your eye. I find that sometimes when you use the brush with this shade, I've only used it a couple times, but when you use the brush, it goes on more of like a wash rather than like that strong, bright aqua, if that's what you're going for. And I'm going to take a highlighting brush, just a little tiny guy like that, and put that into Sellout, which is kind of the champagne shade right here. That is slightly shimmery, but it definitely doesn't have the glitter that the Midnight Cowboy Rides Again shade has in it. And that's going to go right up underneath the brow bone. Bring that all the way in, but don't get it too mixed in with that pink shade. And bring that down just a little bit on the other side of the teal. Next, I'm going to take my Stila No. 9 blending brush and start blending, starting at the top. However, I don't want to blend way too much near the inner part of the eye because I want that pink to stay really nice and strong. So just start about where the pink and the blue meet. And just blend that really softly. The good thing about these shadows is that the pigment is so smooth, they blend really easily. So it's not a lot of, you're not going to be there forever blending because they do blend quite nicely on their own. And I'm going to do a little bit of blending in between the pink and the blue to kind of soften that area. And I'm also going to take this in a little bit without putting any more product on the brush. Which actually creates a really pretty purple effect, the blue blending with the pink. I don't know how well you can see it on my other eye, but right up in here it looks almost purple. Next, I'm going to take Zero, which is the 24/7 Glide-On Eyeliner Pencil that came in the set, and I'm going to line my upper lash line and then my lower lash line. And I'm just going to go ahead and wing it out a little bit at the end. And now the lower lash line. And I'm not going to bring this in all the way. It's going to go right till where that Midnight Cowboy Rides Again shade is. And I'm going to take my finger, smudge that a little bit. Make sure not to replace your finger with the black on it any lower, because then you're just going to create a big black line. And I'm also going to line the waterline with this. Just want to make sure to kind of get off any of the pigment that you might have collected on the pencil when you're lining the rest of your eye. For mascara, I'm using Maybelline XXL Extensions mascara in black. And I don't even use the primer on this, I just go straight for the mascara. I'm going to do 2 coats on the upper lashes and 1 coat on the bottom lashes. So here's the finished eye, and when I come back I'll have my full face with foundation, concealer, and loose powder on. Okay, so I used the MAC Studiofix Fluid Foundation in NC15 for my foundation. I put that on with the 188 brush, and then I used my L'Oreal True Match Concealer in N123 for any blemishes or any discoloration on my face. And then I do a really light dusting of the Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder from NYC, and that's in translucent. So you can use any combination of concealer, powder, foundation that you like, whatever goes with your skin. Next I'm going to be using Stila's Shade 2 Sun Bronzing Powder. Try not to catch the mirror. So this is just a matte, very, very light bronze shade. I'm going to be defining the cheeks with that. The blush I'm going to be using is from Palladio. It's their Herbal blush in Pink Frost, which is just a mid-tone pink with a little bit of a shimmer in it. It's actually more of a pearl than a shimmer, and that's just going to go right on the apples of the cheeks. So that just gives a really nice healthy flush, and it's not overly competitive with the rest of the face, with the eyes. The lipstick I'm going to be using, or lip gloss rather, is Victoria's Secret Beauty Rush Lip Gloss in Passion Fruit Pop. Alright, so this is the finished look. I hope you all enjoyed, and thanks again for watching. Bye!